2 races, 2 clubs. Here we are. Finals for the World Cup of iRacing. Welcome into For Races Only TV and the championship round of the World Cup of iRacing Intimidator Series at the Talladega Superspeedway. Chris Scala with you. Hopefully having a great Sunday afternoon. Just got done with the Cup race for NASCAR, and now we're here to find out who's going to win it. 2 clubs, the UK and Carolinas, going to go at it. 30 cars, 15 from each club, and the best points by the end of tonight after 80 laps will be crowned the Intimidator champion of iRacing. So we are ready for some great racing coming up in just a little bit, and hopefully you are ready to do the same as we will go down and take a look at the starting lineup for the race. Carolina and Kamanrik Little will start on the pole, 49.491 second lap. Tony Cook, he'll start second, also from Carolina. Rob Reed, he'll start third in a 22 car. Michael Atkins Jr., he'll start fourth. James Crawford, he'll start in the 5th position. Cody Fowler in 6th. Matthew Dalton 7th. Luke Fleming, he'll be outside row number 4. Aaron Maspero, he'll start in the 9th position. Ashley Blake Hood in 10th. Mark Murphy, David Baker, they'll complete row 6. Gavin Gardner and Rachel Whiteford will start outside row 7. Roger Grant, Ken Bracey, row 8. Michael Tant, John Jenkins, a relation to Leroy. Hopefully everybody gets that joke. He'll start row 9. Brian Farrington, Joshua Witherspoon in row number 10. Doug Pickering and Mark Armitage. That would probably be how you say that. He'll start 22nd. Richard Calora, he'll start in the 23rd position with Daniel Kraft, 24th. Ian Cornish will start next to Pat Copley there in row 13. James Bunce Jr. Wood in row 14. Matthew Murphy and Paul Jennings going to be the... Actually, Murphy's not in the race, so it would be Paul Jennings and Arturs Gerskovics. That would be one name I'd have to try to get right. And there we are. So the field is set. 30 cars. All set up to go. And it looks like Kamanrik Little did not grid, so Rob Reed is going to move to the front. Not sure what happened there. A little drama already. Why not? Did he not make it back in time to grid? Who we cheering on today, guys? Let's put it up there in chat. If you're watching, we'll be glad to answer some questions today. But the winner will be the most points scored. It won't be specifically the winner of the race. Now, he will have a big contribution to the points, but the most points between the 2 teams will win. We will go 76 laps, a little over 210 miles. Settle down, UK and Carolina going after the World Cup Intimidator Round Championship for iRacing. Ace car is off. Leader can go in arrow. We already got some doorage going on between a Carolina and UK guy. Little head games going on there. And we're green. Nice, fresh, great start from the field. Rob Reed is going to come off for turn number 4. He's going to lead lap 1 to 52 with a good run there outside. And it will be Reed leading lap 1. Tony Cook, Crawford, Atkins, Dalton, your top 5. Good battling going on here. Everybody pretty much single file except for the top 2 rows. The 52 of Tony Cook on the outside. Michael Atkins trying to push him. The 20 on the inside. The 22, Crawford Reed. That lap led by the 52 of Cook. Look at this pack of cars. Gets cleared. He's going to leave the 24 out there a little bit. Not sure. Still trying to learn the clubs for who's who. With who, I should say. Yeah, I just said who 15 times in one sentence. All right. All these cars single file. Everybody within 4 seconds. The top 29 cars out of the 30 in the field. All in this line right here. This is the 93 car, Daniel Kraft. Michael Tant back here, Pat Copley. He's in that 8 car. Very impressive start. Last night we had the top split coverage, and I can't say we had a start like this. Everybody bringing our A game so far here, 4 laps in. There's your lead pack. Starting to separate a little bit between 10th and 11th. About the first 10 cars starting to pull away. Just a little bit here. Tony Cook, Rob Reed, your top 2. Atkins, Crawford, and Dalton, your top 5. UK&I yesterday morning actually won their race, beating out pretty much everybody over in the Eastern Hemisphere. When it was all over with, they won and earned the right to be here. And the Western Hemisphere battle was won by Carolina, beating out Brazil, actually. Congratulations to the guys from Brazil on a great run. As Fowler's going to be the first one out of line at 23. Not a smart move. He is going to go backwards. Unless somebody lets him in line, and that's what's going to happen. Nice move. Smart by the 000 there. Ashley Blake Hood. The front 28 cars all in the draft. One car blinking out the 11 there as Fowler gets to his outside. Jenkins back here being pushed with the 26. Doug Pickering. Mark. As Fowler up here. Must be getting hot or something. He sticks his nose out of line again, trying to pass the 11. He must be getting hot as we got some battling up front now, too. Atkins going to make a move. Atkins trying to join his fellow Carolina guy up in the front. '52 kind of sliding up through. Oh, that's close. Oh, we about almost had a 30-car wreck. lap number 8 in the books. Cooks led them all. Reed and Atkins, Crawford, Dalton on the inside there, and Maspero back here in the 6th position. There's the 61. Car back here on the apron. That's the 11 car off the pace. Mark Murphy. One of the UK&I guys coming to pit road. Unscheduled pit stop for one of the guys from UK&I. Not sure what happened here. Kind of sitting there, not sure. Looks like UK&I might be down to 14 members. Everybody doing a pretty solid job so far as we've been green the whole time. So we ride with Fleming in the 75. He is the last car in his front pack of 9. Front leader's checking up, and that outside line's going to get a good run with Fowler pushing. Starting to really kind of get separated a little bit here with all the drafting going on. Kind of jostling for position everywhere. Oh, trouble! Tony Cook's up against the wall with the 20 and everybody scatters. Who wants 6 wide? Who wants 7 wide here? Rob Reed is going to move to the lead now because of it. And now Fowler to the outside. Let's see what happened. The 52. Oh, wow, contact with the 22. Left the door up a little bit there. More contact there. 20 hits the wall. Everybody goes scattering. So now Cody Fowler in the lead to Atkins, Rob Reed, Maspero, and Farrington. Now your top 5. Cook back to 7th. Laps, all caution free. Wouldn't say it's been wreck free, but it's been caution free. They come up on the 18 of the pole sitter. Come on, Rick Little, who did not make the start, and now he's a lap down. Ashley Blake Hood back here. Ken Bracey, the 27 M&M's car. Got this pack of 3 now here. And back here you got a pack of 5 being led by the 93 Daniel Kraft here, John Jenkins, Matthew Dalton, Mark Armitage, and Doug Pickering. Back another second to this pack. That front pack's getting racy. The 22, Rob Reed to the outside. Fowler's still able to hold that bottom with help from the 24 of Atkins. The 18, the lap car of Little, they're trying to get back on the lead lap, but the outside trying to make a strong run with Reed and Maspero. Getting kind of separated out. Richard Kalura back here, the 98, Joshua Witherspoon, Tant, Bruce, Jennings, oh, this little pack. This kind of strategy is what you got to do. I mean, it comes down to points, not who wins. So you want to have the most points, you got to get all your guys to the front, and that's what Carolina's done so far with Cody Fowler. He's got Atkins up there with him. He's got the 52 up there with him. He's got the 18, the lap car. He's got the 1 up there with him. If you look up there on the screen at the top on the ticker, you'll see the club names of which drivers from which. That's to kind of help you out so you know who's who. As we are quarter distance already into this race, caution free so far. As I said, not wreck free. Yeah, Cody's kind of like that. For you racing fans who just want to watch some great racing coming up after this, we actually have a doubleheader on our way tonight. After this race, we'll be heading over to Sim Racing Authority for a league race that we normally cover on Races Only TV Sunday night, about 7:30. They'll start about 7:40 or so. They're actually finishing up their final race of the season before the chase, and they're going to Bristol. I think that's genius. We'll have that coming up here in just a little bit. Here's a points update throughout the race, by the way. Mike, who is the organizer of this race, will be putting points updates on the screen here in chat so you can see who's running where right now. Wow, UKNI is up. Tyler, I haven't forgotten the name. I got it written down on my notebook. So you see the Carolina guys have the top 3 positions, but UKNI the more consistent positions right now. You see Atkins, Carolina, the top 3 from Carolina. Make that the top 4 now from Carolina. So So it comes down to not who's going to win the fight, but who's going to win the war when it's all over with. The fight right now being won by Carolina, the war being won by UKNI. There's that second pack of cars being led by Ashley Blake Hood, about 7 seconds or so back from the leader. I will say this morning I actually ran the NIS Open from iRacing, and the setup I ran in the NIS Open race is being ran right now by the leader of this race. It's, well, unless he's made little changes to it, it's the same exact setup. You see some fighting going on here to 33. The 93, that is actually Daniel Kraft. Look at all these UKNI guys all in this pack right here. This is where it's making a difference right now who's winning. Look at all these cars are pretty much UKNIs. I mean, so when you got pretty much spot number 5, 7, 8, or let's see, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I mean, those are pretty good numbers to have. Somebody's got to be at the back. So the Carolina guys need to step up and get up here to the front if they want to have a chance. Ryan with Jenkins through turn 1 and 2. Jenkins running in the 11th position. Now while we're sitting here for a second, I will preview some of the upcoming World Cup races. Now we're going to be waiting about 3 or 4 months on the way till September, but you know it's going to be worth the wait when it's all over with. Coming up September 19th, the Enduro Series, 6 hours of Silverstone. GT1 and GT3 cars will be a part of that September 19th. You can be a part of it also. Again, coming up here from Silverstone, and 6-hour race for the Enduro side of the World Cup of iRacing in September. And then October 24th through November 14th, you can be a part of numerous races. The Finland club, who won the World Cup last year, have picked the DW12 to run at Suzuka and the Xfinity at Homestead. Xfinity car at Homestead. And that will happen October 24th through November 14th. So my advice, get your clubs together now and get to racing, because when that time gets here, it'll be your chance to shine and put your club on top and be the best in iRacing. through about 20th. They are trying to catch this lead pack here of 8 cars. Now we will be seeing pit stops coming up. About 10 laps or so, and it should be the final stop, or the only stop they're going to need of this race if they can get to lap 40. Last night, Fowler ran that top split race. He actually made a mistake on the pit road. As they lap the number 8 of Pat Copley there from Carolina. Laps in the book. Checking the second back, pretty much in a single file line still. They're trying to catch the 2 cars up ahead of Baker and Fleming. They are doing so. They should get there in the next lap or so. We look out the windshield of Kraft. Still leading. You see the battle not really happening here in the front. They are just kind of riding and logging laps. Got 2 of the UK&I team in the middle of this Carolina pack, but then you look back at that second pack I was showing you guys back here. Look how many of the UK&I logos you see in this pack right here. There's 1 there, 2, 3, 4. This whole single file line is all UK&I cars. And that's what's got them in the lead right now, as we see 1 car jump to the outside, the 1. Ryan Farrington trying to make a move, not able to do so. Seen a great race all the way around this track, and now you see why these 2 clubs made it to the finals and beat out the other clubs in iRacing. The fact that they can finish. They've gone 33 laps here, caution free. They realize, hey, you got to get to lap 80 to finish a race like this. Another points update coming in from Mike right now. Oh, there's a mess. UK&I doing a pretty good job, up right now by 72 points over Carolina. way the points are structured, that 72 points could be 2 or 3 positions, and that's it. These guys are racing back here. Cody Fowler, he's led 23. Oh my gosh, look at this mess. Everybody's decided they want to go racing in the front now as Cody Fowler's got to block lanes. Here comes the bottom. And Rob Reed to the front. Reed, the third leader, he's led 2 laps. Fowler's led 23, and then Tony Cook has led 11. I do want to send a shout out while we have some opportunity to here to, of course, Mike and everyone at iRacing for allowing for Races Only TV to broadcast this race, and also to the viewers. You guys coming over here and watching the broadcast allow me to put this on, and just like I said last time, a one-man show. And I just do the best I can with what I got, and try to make it as entertaining as possible. I know I'm not the most unique person in the world, but hey, we do it for fun. Hopefully you've enjoyed what you've got to see here the last 2 days. Those are pretty much the only 2 packs out there as I'm looking down the leaderboard here on my left. Everybody else is pretty much separated and out there on their own out of the draft, so it's pretty much 2 packs of cars. Suck up. As we have just passed the 100-mile mark at Talladega, we'll get ready for green flag pit stops here more than likely. We saw those last night. We saw a lot of cars go Nationwide Series or Xfinity Series through the grass. I had to make the joke, sorry. Leader's not coming in yet. Really nobody on pit road other than a lap car of Junior Wood, who's 24th right now. And now we got some pit stops. Here we go. Some of the UK&I guys are in. This is Armitage, Pickering, Whiteford, Blake Hood is in. Everybody's scattering in their pit stall here. Gonna see maybe some fuel only, some tires maybe here. Let's see. I would probably take at least 2 with the tire wear. 4 tires pretty much so far. It's been 4 for everybody. Now pit road, here they come. So everybody 4 tires and fuel from this group. Tony Cook on pit road, all by himself. Up, looks like Fowler's with him. Atkins, just to name a few. It's actually right now, if you click on the bottom there, Schwildog. You can actually access it on YouTube right now. It's right there on the YouTube page. It should be there for you available. I uploaded it just a little bit ago. Well, here these cars come off pit road. Looks like most of these guys taking 4, maybe 2 tires potentially here. So they look at some of the stop times here. Some 2-tire stops happening here as more cars are on pit road. That's Kalora on pit road. You got James Bunce now on pit road. Tant's been in. Jennings has been in. Here's Jennings in. You got Brian Farrington now on pit road. The 1 is in. Somebody just heard some noise. Oh, somebody's wrecked at turn 1. Oh, right there at the tri-oval. Not sure who that is. Looks like Crawford, maybe? No, it's not Crawford. I gotta find who that car is. But someone is wrecked out of turn 1 there, going into the out of the tri-oval. Potentially Paul Jennings would be my guess here. It is not Jennings, but we're going to find who that was that wrecked off of into the tri-oval. You don't see the skid marks yet, as Maspero leads. I'll try to keep the replay in this area here. We'll see the wreck come. Right there. Oh, it is the 20 car. Let's see what happens. He comes off pit road. Right there, he's gone. He's not showing up anymore. Let's see where the 20 is here on my screen. Okay, here he is now. Oh, wow. That was weird. Included another car from UK&I, so very interesting. Nonetheless, most of the pit stops are over with now, and the leader is Brian Farrington in the 1. We got a 3-car breakaway in the front. And we got 1 car out here by itself. That's Eric Maspero. And then you got Cook and about 2 or 3 cars. And then you got a whole lot of them back here at about 10th. We'll see how much the points got mixed up after the pit stops. The 24 going to look to the bottom here on Farrington. Atkins going to go for the lead. What he doesn't want to do is turn this fellow Carolina guy. This race has definitely turned interesting now with the green flag pit stops happening. Here's 7th, 8th, and 9th. David Baker, Matthew Dalton, Daniel Kraft. They got about 4 seconds back to the 6 or 7 cars here that are starting to team up. So we have 20 cars on the lead lap. Paul Jennings being the last one on the lead lap there. He is in the 20th position, and the leaders come up behind him. Brian Farrington doing a great job of that nose down to lead this race. Fowler trying not to lose the leaders. Who led some laps earlier. Back in the 10th position right now, the 43 of Jenkins here, Armitage, Tracy, Whiteford, Hood, Pickering, all these guys are UK&I guys. This whole line. Coming up on lap number 50, caution 3. Amazingly enough, through the first 50 laps of this race. Raise your hand if you had this race being caution 3 at lap 50. There's your top 3. Here's Maspero back in the 4th position. Getting help from the lap car of Ian Cornish. And back here, the 52 of Tony Cook, the 75 of Fleming, who's actually behind that 45 there. And you got the 3 here of Baker, Dalton, and Kraft. And then you had this wild pack here. As we see the points update, UK&I with a 60-point lead right now over Carolina. Carolina's going to need a caution here sooner or later. There's 29. Joshua Witherspoon got the 74 pushing him. 74. Roger Grant a lap down. And the 43 as they continue to push on. They've held check have held check pretty much with the times, with the leaders, so they haven't really gained, but they haven't really lost anything either. The top three here have done a good job of just kind of pushing each other and staying out front. As we complete lap number 52 out of the 80. Laps are quickly clicking off. Little battling going on here. 61 to 93, the 5 and a 2. 6th, 7th, and 8th. And 9th on this little pack here. And look at this mess back here. Yeah, they're picking up the racing up back here. Ooh, that was close. Couple UKNI guys about committed friendly fire. Now they're starting to work their way to single file. Again, September 19th, the Enduro World Cup of iRacing going to be at the Silverstone Circuit for 6 hours, GT1 and GT3 cars. And then October 24th through the 14th of November, DW12 at Suzuka, Xfinity, V-Car, and Homestead. All World Cup races coming up in the near future. You can be a part of it. All you have to do is represent your club and get out there and race. I will personally say it'd be nice to see some more Indiana guys out there. That's another racing, but we shall see. There's your 3 leaders still out there on their own. Barrington doing a pretty good job. Let's see how he's handling here. He's just chilling. Your top 3 right there, 22 to go. This race quickly ticking off laps. Back here as we continue to check on these guys here. Aspero, Dalton, and Baker, and Kraft. These guys are working on catching Fleming and Cook for the top 5. Again, if you're just joining us, the winner of this race will be who has the most points, not who wins exactly. Ed Farrington's leading, but as you've seen in the points updates, UKNI is leading. So some of the Carolina guys need to step it up and try to get as much position as possible. While I respect that comment, Schwill Dog, I will say this at the same time. If you guys are going to be killing it, how come you didn't do it last night then? I mean, that's no offense. Don't mean anything mean by that. Just being honest. As we'll see 20 laps to go next time by. The single file line doing the best they can just to gain whatever they can get out of it. Okay, well, I'll give you credit for that then. There's your front three. Coming to 19 laps to go. Who will win the World Cup of iRacing Intimidator? Down here, you're getting all kind of separated out a little bit. The 52 right there, that is fourth position. The 61 of Maspro is catching Cook and Fleming. And we ask you to please do stick around after the race, as we'll get Mike in here and he'll put out the final point standings for the race between UKNI and Carolina. Who will win it? We'll find out in about 18 laps. Question is, will we see a caution that brings the pack back together? Trying to sort it out. Witherspoon leading this pack. Here's your front three. Wow, got to make a decision there real quick with a lap car. '28 of Arturs Grskavics. Your leader, Brian Farrington, who's led 21 laps in this race. You see 6 lead changes and 5 different leaders. Again, if you're a race fan, stick around. We got a league race coming up after this. I'm going to be broadcasting. We'd love to have you a part of it. The Sim Racing Authority, you sit here and talk and watch some racing from Bristol. Truck racing, PC Master Race Series as they are called. Points update right here on the screen. Carolina's got it a little closer, but not much. They're going to need a Hail Mary now. Hey, this sounds familiar. Somebody needs a Hail Mary towards the end of a match. Oh, last night, the boxing match. That's what I was talking about right there. Mike is pointing it out. UKNI has 6 through 16. What I was saying earlier, they have the more consistent positions right now. Carolina wins. It wants to win. They're going to need a caution. Hey, look at this train. To go. There's Farrington, your top three. These guys right here. As they'll come to 12 to go this time. Now, the one thing I will point out is last night in the top split race, we had 2 cars go for the win at the end. And the second place car could not pass the leader when it was over with. So if this is the way it's going to end, will the 24 be able to get around the 1? I mean, he could with the 23 pushing him. And here's some battling for position going on now. Tony Cook, Luke Fleming, Maspero, Dalton. Guys some 16 seconds back from the lead. Like I said, it's going to be a caution to let anybody catch the top 3 who have just driven away. Really getting aggressive back here for the 4th position. If these guys would get single file, they don't have a shot. They are catching the leaders, but it's not fast enough. Finally, 4 UKNI teammates here on the outside. Gonna Well, two of them are going to work their way by. The other two are trying to get here. Who is going to pull this one off? Like I said, these guys here have actually knocked some time off of the lead. I just don't know if they have enough time to get there. Oh, 93's up on the wall. Top three as they'll be coming to 7 to go. Carolina look like, as of right now, unless something drastically happens, could be on their way for a checkered flag. However, not going to win the war right now. Still fighting pretty hard back here. David Baker now up to the 4th position there. Asper, Dalton, Cook, Fleming, all in this pack, but they're 16 seconds behind the top 3. It's been like this the whole entire time. Fowler going to drive out of line here for a second. Not sure he's trying to cool down or get a draft. And we're at the point now, if a caution comes out, the race is over. And they have really started stretching down the top 6, so looks like it'll be a 3-man horse for the win, and unless they take each other out, UK&I is likely on their way to victory here at the World Cup of iRacing. Ooh. Three to go. There you go. An 80-point difference right now. It would pretty much take the UK&I guys taking each other out to get the win for Carolina. I mean, I'm looking back at these guys pretty much. Let's see what you're doing there, Mike. Fowler trying something on the outside on his own here. 2 to go. Well, they're going to be coming to the white flag. And the final lap of the World Cup of iRacing is on now. And I'm going to start by saying congratulations. Caution free. That's pretty darn good for 30 cars. Wasn't wreck free, but it was caution free. Now, who's going to win? It's the question here. Farrington, Atkins, Fowler, your top 3. Off of turn 4, it's going to be a Carolina guy going to victory lane, likely here. Who's it going to be, though? Turn to the tri-oval. Brian Farrington going to win Talladega. However, here comes the UK&I crew. Another Carolina guy pushes his way up there. Tony Cook gonna steal 4th. There we go. Here's the wreck as they cross the line. And here comes the whole UK&I clan. And they're wrecking now. Oh, that's gonna leave a mark. More cars coming to the finish line. So Brian Farrington takes the win for Carolina, but looks like it will be UK&I winning this thing. We're going to wait on the points to make it official, but I didn't see much changing there other than Baker. We'll go ahead and take a look at the finishing order in this race. Tony Cook does get 4th, so that will move a Carolina guy to the top 4 now. Baker will be 5th, Fleming, Massboro, Dalton, Jenkins, Kraft, your top 10. Bracy, Whiteford, Armitage, Blake Hood, Pickering, Reed, Witherspoon, Tant, Calora, and Jennings, your top 20. Cornish, Wood, Bunce, Grant, Copley, Gerskovics, Murphy, Gardner, Little, and Crawford going to be your 30 vehicles or cars to finish. And what a great race it was. No cautions at all. 6 lead changes in the race. We'll take a look over here real quickly since we pull up the screen here. So Farrington, yep, Carolina. And Fowler you got from Carolina. So you got the top 3, top 4. Baker's a UK&I. So that would be the separation there. And you guys want to see the final crash? We can go see the final crash while we're waiting for the final tally in points. Let's go back to it. That's for you guys. I appreciate you guys watching it, especially you new guys who are here tonight for the first time watching for Races Only TV. Appreciate it very, very much. The direct's going to happen right here with these guys. Come off of turn 4, and you see the 52 of Cook gets a good push, and then they just come together. 75 almost gets the 5 right there. There was a little bump that helped him out, actually. And then bam, let the wrecking begin. And here comes these guys. Oof. And then here come these guys. So now we'll get the final tally together here, and Mike will make the final announcement who is the winner of the World Cup of iRacing. As a matter of fact, Mike has joined us here in the TeamSpeak channel. Mike, you got a copy?
I got a copy.
Well, Mike, first off, congratulations. What a final it was. Caution-free between two clubs. This could have easily became a, hey, it's my club versus you wreckfest. But it was the exact opposite.
Yeah, I was so shocked that there was no cautions. Obviously, pleasantly surprised. But I will say, once we kind of got into the middle of the race and there weren't any cautions, and you had such separation between the clubs, obviously there was no reason for that giant pack in the middle to wreck themselves, and I'm sure they had an idea of where they stood points-wise. So it'll be interesting to hear any of their thoughts if they come on in. But we do have a final points update here. So UKNI does hold it off with 2013 points to Carolina's 1959. So despite Carolina taking the top 4, I think it was, UKNI had just had the better depth here.
Yeah, they locked down pretty much anybody between 5th and like 20th. It seemed like it was a UKNI car.
Totally.
Yeah, well, congratulations to UKNI. They are the champions of the World Cup of iRacing. And again, Mike, we appreciate you allowing us to come in and broadcast this race tonight and last night. And I know all the drivers are very thankful. But again, we got another race September 19th, the Endurance League. I say League Endurance, 6 hours of Silverstone, and then looks like the World Cup, the Oval, Xfinity at Homestead, and DW12 at Suzuka, October 24th through the 14th of November. So it should be fun.
Yeah, it definitely should, and I'll let you get to talking to other people here in just a second. But UKNI, they win an oval race, they win a restrictor plate race, which is probably surprising to a lot of people. But they've got an awesome team, and I'll tell you, they have been to the actual World Cup finals every year but once. So I'm sure they're excited to get an official win under their belt. So that was pretty cool. Anyway, great job, Chris. I will let you go. Appreciate the broadcast, and great job.
All right, thanks, Mike. So if anybody from the UKNI team, the captain, I'm not sure who it is, but if they want to come join us over in the TeamSpeak here, you can actually get it through the forums. If not, I'll give it a couple minutes here before we sign off here for the next little bit. And I will tease, again, race fans, if you want to see some racing coming up, and coming up at 7:30, actually, we're going to be back on the air. We're going to have, there's a League Sim Racing Authority that I broadcast for. We'll be doing their PC Master Race Series, a truck series race from Bristol, and it's our final race before the chase. I'd love for you guys to come join us. We could talk a little bit on here about the World Cup while we're watching that race and stuff, but the Donnelly Construction 160 coming up here in just a little bit. So you want to send Matt in here with us. Is Matt in the channel? If you want to get him in here. Matt, go to the forums on iRacing real quick. You'll be able to get the TeamSpeak details. Oh, there you go. Thanks, Mike. No rush at all, but no, congratulations to both UK&I and Carolina putting on a good show today, caution free, and as they say, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Ronnie's on the bubble right now. I actually have the points written down. Norman is the bubble man tonight. He has 7 points on Nick Carresso, and he has a decent buffer there, but he finishes. He should be okay. There's no password. He's in here. I got him. Let's bring him down here. The captain of the UK&I team, Matt Dalton, I believe is your name, because that's what I'm seeing on TeamSpeak, or in the chat. But Mr. Dalton, captain, first off, congratulations, taking UK&I to a championship in the World Cup of iRacing.
Yeah, thanks, Chris, and thanks, everybody, for watching. Properly happy and really, really proud of the guys and gal for all the effort for the last week or so. It's been a real club effort, and I think that it's fair to say we've probably worked as hard, if not harder, than most.
Well, and that's the one thing I heard Mike mention last night, or when I talked to him, I'm trying to remember when it was, but he mentioned that you had this club together, and you guys were literally on that track every day for hours getting this set up so you guys can get out here and get the proper restrictor plate mine down to be able to go win this thing.
Yeah, I mean, we've been, since the last couple of World Cups, we've been starting to pull a real load of momentum together, and one of the weaknesses we've always had has been on the oval side. And we've managed to get a group of people together, and we run every Wednesday. We run an Xfinity series where we run it with everybody in the club chipping in to try and work on setups, and we've really been busting a nut to try and figure out what goes on and how to make the things work. And you know, that's paid off dividends in this weekend. So,
well, great job, and congratulations, you guys. And I'm just looking over the schedule, and it's kind of, I'm putting two and two together here. You guys are from the UK and from Ireland, which is part of the team, and you guys have the next World Cup race in your backyard at Silverstone.
Yeah, we're gonna have to try and organise the road guys now, and they've got something to live up to. We've set the bar now, and they're gonna have to go after it. I'd just like to say a big thanks to Mike and Katia and all the other guys who organise the World Cup events. I know that a lot of people on iRacing still look at it and think, I'm not sure if we're going to run it or not. It's a great event. It's a good chance to run something for the clubs, and it pays off really well. And I'd like to say a big thanks to Carolina as well. I mean, that was an outstandingly sporting race from both teams, with everybody running clean and, you know, green flag the whole way. I think is just a like I said, massive thanks to everybody.
Well, congratulations, Matt, and wish you guys the best the rest of your World Cup season, and note that tonight you're the Intimidator champions from UK&I.
Thanks, Chris, and yeah, that sounds pretty good.
All right. So we'll let Matt go on his way as he celebrates the win with UK&I tonight here at Talladega. Well, I'm going to wrap up the broadcast here, and again, coming up at 7:30, I'll be back on the air for some league racing coming up here in a few minutes. So until then, I want to send a shout-out to Mike for allowing me to broadcast this race the last 2 days. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Again, like I said, I'm a one-man show. I just go out here because I like to have fun and broadcast races. So with that said, again, appreciate all the viewers watching this tonight. And for those who are going to watch, I'll see you in a little bit. If not, then thank you guys for at least viewing in, and hopefully you'll be a part of the channel in the near future. Thanks, guys.